Welcome to this presentation entitled Tackling 10 Tough Questions Upfront Regarding Your Cost Reduction Initiatives. I'm Brian Shannon, the founder of Shannon & Associates, an independent consulting firm that partners with leadership teams and healthcare organizations to produce cost savings ranging from $5 to $100 million. One of the major challenges facing senior leadership is the establishment of talking points and communication plans to promote transparency around the organization's cost reduction effort. Here is a brief commentary of the 10 tough questions you will need to address. So let's begin by tackling the 10 tough questions your organization needs to address. First, the question why. Why do we need to reduce cost? The answer to this question should certainly tie to your organization's strategy, an understanding of the industry climate, as well as associated financial requirements. Second question, how much do we need to reduce? Here, your answers should go into some degree of detail, at least with your senior leadership group, regarding the basis for establishing the cost reduction goal, as well as the time frame for achieving the cost reduction. What is the scope of our cost reduction effort? Will all business units be included? Are we looking at acute care? Are we looking at non-acute care? Which areas of expense will we be considering in the achievement of our overall cost reduction goal? Will the focus be on overhead areas? Will we be looking at labor cost, non-labor cost? On the labor cost side, are we looking at headcount and FTEs only? Are we also looking at things such as skill mix, span of control? Are we looking at compensation costs as well as benefit costs? And on the non-labor side, are we looking at supply cost only, or are we also considering professional fees and purchase services? What's on everyone's mind, of course, is will there be a layoff? It's best to be as honest as you can be without providing any inappropriate guarantees that might haunt you down the road. 5. Will a major process redesign be needed? It's important that you take on initiatives that will have a direct impact on the achievement of your cost reduction goals, so be careful here as to not to try to boil the ocean. 6. My department is beating benchmarks, so why do I have a cost reduction target? In answering this question, you'll want to make some decisions on how the targets are going to be set and what role benchmarks as well as other considerations may play in this regard. Many of the questions that you may need to address are related to the cost reduction target setting process. One common one is, I don't agree with my target, so can I change it? Be realistic that agreement with targets for cost reduction may never take place. And if they do, it may take so long as to make the achievability of your cost reduction target virtually impossible. Can I substitute non-labor savings for my labor reduction target? Here you'll need to evaluate your abilities, your history, your strengths and weaknesses related to the achievement of non-labor versus labor savings, so you can determine exactly what portion of the overall cost savings target you want to assign to labor versus non-labor. How will we account for clinical and quality concerns and growth initiatives? Your answer here will be directly related to the process you're putting in place for the development and authorization of the cost reduction plans. You'll probably want to go into a certain degree of detail regarding who's going to be involved in the development of the plans, what quality controls you'll have for reviewing those plans, and what process you'll have for reviewing and vetting the plans and authorizing them ultimately for execution. And lastly, of course, your folks will want to understand, when will this all be over? Be honest with them. If this is expected to be a long-term cost reduction effort, be honest that while there may be 1, 3, 5-year cost reduction goals that you're putting in place, that there may be the understanding, given the industry changes, that the need to reduce costs will be an ongoing effort. At Shannon & Associates, we've worked with over 300 healthcare organizations to produce lasting cost reduction results. Developing solid responses to these and dozens of other questions will go a long way to promoting transparency and successful cost reduction. I encourage you to call us or to visit the shannonconsulting.com website for additional information.